make any sense, Doyle.
'Cause I used to have a fat problem, but it was mostly a red-headed man.
Okay. All right. Here we go. What's about to happen?
Fetching.
It's the fetching. Oh my god. I have never seen something the fetching before. We're live, by the way.
Live.
Oh my god, everyone. Hello. I have to use my deep, serious announcer voice. Welcome to the newly named Behind the Fourth Wall podcast, everybody. And, of course, for the new name and the new launch of the new thing, I have to, of course, have one of my favorite people, maybe not only in comedy, but in the world.
Where are they?
Ella Doyle, everybody. The fantastic, the one. She was on this podcast once before by force.
I don't respect your craft or your process or you as a person. So it's really interesting that you would call me your one of your favorite people when I just want to ruin you.
I know. It's okay. I've come to terms with that. But I must say, you guys did. I left the front door open because I trust people.
Yeah.
And then you guys stormed in here and ruined my... To be fair, though, this was like the first couple weeks when I was doing the podcast, and it was more or less like, what did you call it, my live journal?
It was a live journal. It was sad. It was sad.
I didn't have any guests. I was very sad. I didn't even know that I'd ever have full-time guests on this podcast, and it's evolved into a thing where I get messages from all types of people asking to be on this podcast. People I haven't even met before.
Really?
Yes.
People will do anything to be heard.
I know.
I know, that's why I'm here. I have so many opinions. I have things to say. Wait, I have nothing to talk about. I'm blank, vacant, dead, a husk.
A husk?
Yeah. Empty. What a... Looking for a synonym.
Synonym. Did someone say cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
I like Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Cinnabon? I like Cinnabon.
I like it. I know I said I had stuff to talk about. I have nothing Cinnabon related.
No Cinnabon related material? All right, then let's talk about all those miscarriages. Waka, waka, waka. Okay,
I had one. I talk about it like there are several, but I have murdered a human being from the inside of my body.
But that's the clear distinction that you made on stage today. The comics can't understand the difference between a miscarriage and an abortion.
They always call it an abortion.
Right, which is rude and a lie.
It is a lie. I don't want to say it's rude. I'm an empowered woman, and I think we should all have abortions.
I mean, yeah.
If you get the opportunity. I probably would have aborted that baby had my body not read my mind. Had my mind not read my mind.
If it didn't already know that it had it coming?
Yeah, there's no proof that I didn't like I'm, I was a dancer. Like, I'm pretty flexible. I totally can whisper into my pussy and be like, if you think you're getting out of this alive, you are so wrong. You shall not ruin my 20s. And I do not love this man.
I love that you have the physical ability to whisper into your own vagina. That's what you've just told me.
I can. I mean, my legs are pretty proportionate to the rest of my body, so I can probably just fold in half.
I can see that. I think you've got an interesting 50-50 leg to torso ratio.
Thank you, and I'm really glad we brought that up. We're getting to the meat of it all. It is a proportioned short person.
Yes. You are. You don't have like that short people look where you got like stubby weird arms or anything. You know what I mean? Like.
Thank you.
You don't look like a dwarf person.
Thank you. Though if I was a dwarf, dwarf.
I think you have to pronounce the W, right?
Dwarf. I'm going for the non-PC thing. I'm going to say dwarf.
Dwarf. What about midget?
I know, it's a fun word. Bill Burr talks about that. Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? I mean, are they going to fight us?
Midgets do.
Midgets? I don't think.
Short people.
I think I could take at least a gaggle of midgets. Is that how you say that? Are they a clan if there's more than two?
Huh. Interesting. I don't Google it, but okay. I think gaggle of anything is usually. I know it's gaggle of geese, but I think gaggle should be. You are Googling it. That's so sad. Yeah.
I'm just going to Google more than one midget.
Wow.
See what happens.
This is the type of search history that happens like the night before you get in like an airplane crash, and the only thing that survives is your Google.
All right. Well, it turns out Google's all PC and won't tell me what
Yeah, you
More
can't. The
I think
liberal
it's- I think
media
it- I mean, you know what,
controls
I want to
Google.
guess it means a clan. You know, like a clan, like an elven clan,
Sure.
but for dwarves, like the dwarves.
You're being too Middle Earth about it. I think that's what
I know.
upsets them.
I'm going a little Middle Earth right now. I must say.
Yeah.
I'm going like. Do you think they like Gimli?
I mean, yes. Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. Maybe it's insulting, but he's very.
I
strong.
like that you said that I don't have dwarf features, but then immediately started asking me everything I know about them as if
I don't know. Maybe you talked to him.
They're all down at your height, Ellen. You share the same parking spaces.
I mean, you can even at your height can probably like hold one back as they try to punch you. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I could do that to children as well. I can totally take down like a 4th grader.
I could see that.
7th graders a little bit too taller.
You think so?
Yes, I used to teach an after-school program that had 7th graders in them, and I was the adult in the room, and the 7th graders were taller than me.
Damn, really?
Yes, I was the authority figure.
How tall are you exactly? Again, for the record, for the people.
For the people listening, I'm like 5'3".
Oh, well, that's not horrifically small.
Well, because I think I'm 5'2", but then there's always some dumb bitch who's like, but I'm 5'2", and then I'm taller than them, but I think that dumb bitch is lying. I think I'm actually 5'2", because my sister's 5 foot, and I'm like 2 inches taller than her.
Oh, okay.
5'2", 5'3".
You come from
give it a toss up.
A tiny Irish people.
We are hobbits, yes.
Hobbit people.
We live in the hills.
Isn't your dad the tallest of
He's
the
tallest
Doyle
Doyle to walk the earth. Yes, he he is a whopping 5'7.5".
God damn.
That's the tallest person I'd ever seen.
It's a mighty Doyle. I feel like he could carry a very large shillelagh.
I mean, if he were to carry anything besides the weight of his hatred towards me.
Your dad is a very stoic man, right? It's not much of a. Well, you guys are Catholic, right? Catholic peoples.
I was raised Catholic, yes. Irish Catholics. They fuck till they run out of money.
And how many Doyles are there? How many brothers and sisters do you have? I should say.
I have 2 brothers and a sister.
Okay, so that seems like a
it's
pretty
tinier.
That seems like a smaller Doyle clan than I was expecting.
It always seems like more of us, but there's
like there should be more. I feel like they didn't fuck enough.
I hope they're fucking now.
Or they're not together anymore, right?
They are not together, but they pretend to date, and then my mom tells me that she is not interested in having sex anymore.
Oh, well, that's sad.
And I was like, "What about just like hand stuff?"
Yeah,
and she's like, Ellen. I'm like, what if you just did like hand stuff with Dad? Like he doesn't have to like put his, his penis into your vagina. And she gets upset at that conversation. And she says that she doesn't. I don't know why. I'm trying to talk to her like the other gals. She does. She gets bothered, and I usually, and then sometimes like she's like, I don't know if I ever want to get married again or like be with a man. And I was like, well, maybe you're gay. Maybe you're like late in life lesbian, which is what I'll probably cash in on.
Yeah, that way it would justify the cats.
Just to split a mortgage with someone. I would not have cats.
You're not a cat. That's why you have a dog.
I despise cats. Yes.
Why do you hate cats? What's your hang up on cats?
They suck. They shit in your house, and then you have to like clean up their shit, and then they watch you do it. At least like if my dog shits in the house.
Smarmy, like they're just like yeah, you better pick up my shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if my dog shits in the house and I have to pick it up, she knows that she should not have done that. She's very upset, and I've probably left her for like 18 hours by herself because I'm a responsible mama.
And what's your doggy's name for the people? I already know.
My dog is named Ghost. She is a rescue from a reality TV show that I worked on, and she was gifted to me.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, what's the
really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. What's the origin of Ghost?
Ghost was on a show called Rescue Dog to Super Dog, and she was the first dog that they got out of the shelter. They were rescuing animals and training them to be service animals. And they got her out, and they didn't want to put her directly into a shelter, so she stayed at my house for 4 days. I immediately fell in love with her, but I was like, no, it's for a good cause. Like, not like I was going to steal her.
Right.
And she was supposed to go be with this, a service animal for this deaf male model. And, it was like Zoolander, but he was deaf. So Yeah, he was like a gigantic piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
And the show shot for 5 months, which is really long. Like, and from start to finish,
a long shoot.
It's a very long shoot. And at the end of the shoot, like she had gone through training and all this stuff. At the end of the shoot, he was like, I don't know if I want a dog. And so I think he just did it for publicity. But it's like production already like got this dog. She'd been out of a shelter. So
Ghost was instead of being living with you in your car, could have been living with a douchey male model.
Exactly. She's leading such a better life. She is rescued into homelessness.
Doyle's, me and Doyle, I think, if anything, maybe I was wanting to inspire you into self-homelessness.
Self-homelessness?
Because you sort of did it as you can afford to probably not be homeless.
I choose to not have a home.
Yeah.
I have a credit score.
You work as a sound engineer. Is that the technical title?
I'm a sound mixer.
Okay, sound mixer. Sorry, for reality TV shows.
Correct.
And so you're always on the fucking road. You go all over the place.
I travel all the time, constantly. And
like, where's some of the places you've been just this fucking year?
Oh my God.
I forgot the year's almost over, so it's been a lot longer.
That's gonna be a lot. I mean, and a lot of them is so this year I've been to DC, Albuquerque, Oklahoma City, Orlando, New York. It all blends together.
Okay, but you've already named more places than most people will travel to in most of their life. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I've always loved traveling. Like, it was a good job for me, which is why I feel like I did it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do it. And it helps me do comedy in different places too, which is fun.
Fair enough. Yeah. Which is, and like you've been able to do a lot of fucking road work.
Yes.
Especially lately, just being able to fucking cruise, go to didn't you did a bunch of stuff in the South, right? For a show that used to be a Stone Cold Steve Austin show?
Right. Well, it's like a newer show. Yeah. Like I used to do this show called, Steve Austin's Redneck Island.
When my dad and my brother hear that, they're going to freak right the fuck out. Cause
Steve Austin is a absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, she's met Stone Cold.
Yes, he is. He's a doll. He's a wonderful person.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool when they're cool because not all of them are.
Some strange white trash part of my heart I didn't know I had. And when you say it, I'm just like, oh my God.
He's a good man.
Did you touch him? Did you touch him?
I never mic'd him, but I high-fived him.
You high-fived him?
Yeah.
Give me your hand and let me lick it.
316.
I've got some of them in me now.
I have him. He's on me. Yeah, but I was on a show filming in July in Georgia, like outside Atlanta, which I believe is airing in the next couple months, so I can probably say it.
Do it.
America's Fittest Couples. And I was there for a month, and I had moved out of my apartment, and you helped me pack all my stuff into a storage unit, which was lovely. Well, you're a wonderful person, great friend.
I think I still have that key, by the way. I don't know where.
That's all right. You have a chair in there.
And I think all my towels.
Oh, shit.
I can't find all my towels.
Well, you could go to the storage unit.
Put a bag in there.
As two homeless people, but we have moved in with each other into a storage unit together. We do share a storage unit. Most of it's mine, and Travis has like a chair.
The strangest relationship
it is.
on the planet.
It's probably, but you know what? It's the healthiest way I've ever lived with somebody.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, you're right, 100%. I've cohabitated quite a bit because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And this is the best one.
This is the best one. Yeah, we're never at home at the same time, and our shit's there. But yeah, so I moved out of my place, and then I drove from Los Angeles to Georgia in a very last-minute trip because United had lost my bag. That was horrible. Me and the dog drove there, and I did some comedy in Atlanta and Birmingham, Alabama while I was down there. And then when I was going to drive back to Los Angeles, I was coming back to do a show, to do Omar's show at the Cheese Shop. And I was like, I could either drive back, and that's going to take me this much time. But I knew I had shows in Pennsylvania and in New York City that I was booked on end of September, and this was like the beginning of August. And I was like 13 hours from my mom's in Pennsylvania. And so it was like 5 p.m. I was just leaving set, and I was like, I'm just going to drive home. And so I drove home, so I didn't have to be across country dropped off my car, dropped off my dog, and then I was like, when I come back, I'll fly back, and then I will drive back across country with my car, hit a bunch of comedy scenes, you know, check stuff out on my way back to LA. And so that's what I just did a couple weeks ago.
Yep. You're on the fucking move, man. You're because you did like a pseudo tour kind of thing with not really pseudo. That's probably the wrong way to say it. Because you had the Boggs and then the tiny person
and Erickson. Yes. Well, I mean, it's pseudo. Like I had the show in New York City. I had a couple shows in New York City, and then so I came home. I flew home. I grew up right outside of New York City, so I went into the city and then came back, and I had 2 shows back in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where I'm from.
Scranton.
Yes, and Sasha and Erickson came on those shows for me to feature, and then the 3 of us took an excursion back to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. How was the? I know you had you were talking about how a lot of the shows were a lot of fun, but like, did you have any insane or terrible experiences while you were on the road?
No, you know what? Like, I feel like we all had like solid sets, and it's crazy to like live like that closely with anybody, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Plus my dog's in the mix, and I'm just like, this is my home, and my dog's here, and get in my fucking car.
You all were in your car.
We were all in my car, and it was exhausting because it was like, go to a city, check into a hotel, hit a mic scene, leave. You know, we were never. We stayed in Austin for 2 days, and I was in Denver for 2 days. But other than that, like all the other cities were just like, go, hit it, leave, go, hit it, leave. Like it was. So it's constant driving, which I don't know. I love driving, and I know that's like it's hectic for other people because I'm just very like, well, whatever. I'll fucking like, what is it, 15 hours, whatever, you know. And it's like that's so long.
That is a long time for a lot of people. I mean, I did cross country driving and stuff, and like it can be pretty exhausting. But I mean,
that was my 13th or 14th time across country.
Damn.
Yeah, and half of those times have been by myself.
I think by yourself might be bad. I did a cross country trip with my ex, who when we moved out here, and that was a fucking nightmare and a half.
Yeah,
because like when someone's grumpy and you can't escape them, it's you're locked in essentially a rolling coffin with them. It's really bad. It's not a good time.
No, you do have to kind of deal with everybody's like crankiness and being tired and being
both
hungry.
Grumpy at the same time.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck.
But I mean, you know, despite the fact of living so closely with people, I mean, the one moment that the thing that I take a lot of pride in for all 3 of us was that it was like we all fucking kicked ass on stage. Like it was great. Like like I don't think there was a time that it was like, oh, one of us just had like a really shitty set or you seemed off. Like it was like, no, like I feel like I do better on stage when I'm upset.
I could see
like
that.
Get in a fight with me and I will kill. You know what I mean? Like tell me that you love me and I'll tell some jokes and it'll be like whatever. But like I need that like negative energy inside me to be like, hey, how you guys doing tonight? Oh my God, you want to hear some jokes? I'm gonna kill myself after this. And the audience is like, hilarious. I'm like, it's fucking true. I'm gonna run myself over with my car. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna figure it out.
You run yourself over with your car.
I think about suicide, but not in a productive way. No, it's always just like maybe you are in an airplane and you jump into a cliff and the cliff turns into a volcano. You know, I'm like, I don't know where there's a volcano. Survive another day.
In Hawaii.
I've never been to Hawaii.
First time.
I'm missing.
So you could get there
10
via
states.
plane, and then you can kill a lot of birds with a lot of stones.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I just want my dog to die with me.
Yeah, what's your little fucking song you would always sing?
Toaster in a bathtub, you and me.
What's the fucking?
Okay.
I tried to casually brush past the dog stuff. Yeah. Ellen Doyle has an unhealthy relationship with her dog.
I'm possibly sexually attracted to her, but it might just be a huge thing of loneliness.
You need love, and no one will give it to you.
I've never had sex with my dog.
No, that's not
okay. I was like, I've never made love to her.
It's worse that you thought I was definitely going there.
You said I
was for sure
love
implied. We were at Republic of Pie in North Hollywood, California, right down the fucking road, and we're having a meeting about trying to plan a potential tour and like talking about Ohio and stuff like that. and all the places we can hit from Scranton in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And you fucking get a piece of pie, obviously.
I got the Republic of Pie, the blueberry sour cream. Excellent.
Yeah, good referral.
It's really good.
Shout
Go
out
get
to
it.
Republic
It's
of
covered
Pie.
in caramel.
Caramel.
Mm.
I'm white trash.
You are.
I know. And then I'm sitting there, and for every single part of my being was certain you were going to feed your dog with a fork.
No, and it's funny because
your dog was also sitting, by the way. I am here. The dog is sitting in a chair here.
Yeah.
And then you are there. And it was perched in place, and just looking at
my
her.
My best friend.
And I thought every single part of my being was like, Galen, if you feed that dog with a fork, I'm leaving.
Yeah, and it's funny that was your concern because since that moment when Ghost and I were in Georgia together, it was raining a lot, and like she was kind of getting muddy, and she's living in the hotel with me. There was no bathtub there, and I showered with her. I'm available for love.
Really, you're really opening up the market.
I know that should be on my like dating app profiles, but I don't use them.
I shower with my dogs and frequently feed her with a fork.
I'll get real disgusting right now, and I'll tell you that the other night I put her in a bubble bath with me.
That is so much worse than shower.
It's way worse, and I had to stop it because I was rinsing it off, and it's very. And I came to a point that I was like, Ellen, you've reached a boundary, which I don't have many. And I reached a boundary. I let her in, and then she was fine, and then her nose got uncomfortably close to my vagina, and I'm like, look, I don't want to be this way with you, and I lifted her out. And I continued on splashing in my own fucking self-pity.
You were splashing a whole lot more than just your own self-pity.
Self-pity and whatever fucking came off of my dog.
The bubbles could not hide the shame that was in
No.
No
How
did she get the nose in the... Was she snorkeling?
It was just how she was like in... It's a tiny tub.
Good God almighty.
I feel like this is a safe space. Is this not safe anymore?
Not anymore.
No, fourth wall is not a safe space at all.
No, fourth wall should never be a safe space.
I don't care what people know about me. Oh my God, this is probably
funny.
It's best to get it out now, and then for people to rumor it later.
I
feel like people can't make up
you in a couple of months.
I'll put her down. Like every person that's been Me Too'd,
I'm gonna take that fucking toaster bathtub.
I'm gonna if she starts talking or like
you and me
sends some sort of dog signal to like the ASPCA being like, I feel like I'm being sexually assaulted. I'm like, well, now you're dead. Did you want to be a pretty good girl? Or did you want to be dead? And we will die together because I can't live without her.
That's the saddest shit I've ever heard.
It's very sad. It's
sad. No, I accept that about you, though. I feel like sometimes most of the things we get along about is how much our sadnesses coincide. But I do feel
definitely.
I am without dog.
Yeah.
So I can't do sad things with the only thing that loves me because nothing loves me. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
What, you said it like this is a deposition. Like
I concur. Like you are
in a court unlovable. According to most of my exes, that's a fact.
That cannot be loved, cannot be tied down.
I have a expiration date for love. I feel like most of the things that make me charming at a couple of months or years is just like, oh, that's enough.
I've already felt them. That's why I stopped. I stopped loving you moments ago.
Moments?
We hit it live. The friendship has ended.
No
Cut
more
the
love.
stream. Holy shit.
I'm glad that happened live, Doyle. I'm glad this happened. Live.
That's where the real moments
come. She fell out
come.
of love.
I've fallen out. Just like my tit just comes off. The love has ended.
If I wanted to move, fall off. Boom, my titty.
My titty. My titty says we're done here. If tits could talk.
They'd just be like, not my nipple.
She does weird things with the dog.
For some reason, I feel like boobs talk like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
Oh,
You
that's
think so? Not my gumdrop.
that's the most feminist thing you've ever said. Yes, that's very accurate. At least when I like make mine talk in the mirror to me. I'm just like,
that was more Mickey Mouse. It's like,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
right?
that's exactly how they talk.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, if I were ever to do VO for a nipple, oh God, if anybody has that connection, I feel like I could have a great voice for breasts. Voiceover.
Oh, voice of VO. Okay.
Yeah. I work in the business.
You're using business terms, and that's just so fetch.
It is. I went to the DMV the other day. You work in the business. Yeah, I know. You don't get my jargon.
DMV.
It's the Department of Motor Vehicles.
No fucking shit.
Hollywood lingo. This girl makes television.
I'm in the biz.
Yeah.
I try to say every now and again. I forget that normal people don't know any weird industry terms. They're not even industry terms. Just super normal things like cold open and stuff.
And cut. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Action. Cut.
Go. Quiet on set.
Where is craft services? That's
Why are there so many Jews?
No one says that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If there is not a certain Jew quota, you are not making anything. If you are on set and you are Jewless, like that is a non-airing pilot.
It's not gonna happen.
Like, I don't know who you're pitching that to.
Do they? This is just. Do they still make movies in 3D? Are they still a thing? Like they still do like this? They're like saying, "Oh, now we're also released in 3D." Like, do they even hype it anymore?
I don't know about that. I don't make films.
That's right. You make reality TV.
I make garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah, I make reality television, disposable.
You.
It is. What are you gonna buy? America's Next Top Models like season 7 box set? Like, no.
I would never watch that show.
Right.
By the way, when's the last time America's Next Top Model actually produced a top model?
I don't know, but they're on like
Never.
cycle.
Never.
30 or something now.
Because
I was a production assistant on that on like cycle 17.
I get why people watch that show at least a little bit. It's a competition. I find competitions interesting. I would watch those weird shows like Skin Wars. I like that one.
I don't know what that is.
That's a tattoo show?
Oh, yeah.
That was neat because the artwork was really cool.
Yeah.
I watched that weird one. I can't remember the name of it where they paint people, the body painting one.
It was probably called exactly that.
Yeah, that's actually the one I was thinking of when I thought of Skin Wars. But nevertheless, like that one I thought was really neat. So I get those, but reality shows that are just kind of like about people and not really about anything, like your Kardashians and whatnot, I can't for the I get competitions. Totally get it. I like to turn off my brain and go, I want the guy who does the black and white tattoos to win. Like I love.
Yeah.
Or what you do with the fit couples and stuff and Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, my little brother just tuned in. She's high five Stone Cold. What was the show you worked on again?
Steve Austin's Redneck Island.
She worked on Steve Austin's Redneck Island, right?
One season, the last season.
She's my favorite.
One
One of my favorite people.
He's
even before I knew that.
Oh, you liked me before?
He's no shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yep, high five Stone Cold. That's the coolest shit in the world. I've already licked her hand, Ryan. I'm way ahead of you. I know you were going to tell me to do it.
I have eaten any pores remaining. Yeah.
Oh, The Rock has a reality show coming out. Are you going to meet The Rock?
No, I don't know. Does someone want to hire me? I would totally work with him. I've heard good things about him as well.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah,
that dude's the shit.
Well, a lot of them are. A lot of celebrities actually are pretty great. And then there are a lot of shitty ones.
I don't think you can be the level The Rock is without probably being at least I'm sure he's got like maybe your average amount of psychopathic traits, you know what I mean? Like every professional business person does. But you also have to have a decency and empathy about you, at least a little bit.
Right.
Enough to understand how to not be a cunt to people. And I feel like, of course, The Rock has got to be a pretty decent dude, or at least real good at pretending like he is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I've always heard good things about him for people that have worked with him.
Hello, Megan Clyburn. My sister-in-law. Hi, sister-in-law. How you doing? I'm glad you're a Clyburn now. Hey. Sorry, I don't know why.
Is that how do you all talk that way?
Yeah.
That sucks.
me and Ryan talk about every time we see each other. We don't realize
we're Clyburns now.
Yeah, you can't say
we're born
you
this
can't
way.
say Clyburn. It's Clyburn.
I guess that's true.
Yes, it's true. It's weird. I don't know why. We never noticed from back home, but yeah, like again, a lot of people think I'm from the South out here. I barely have. I feel famous now. Well, you married into royalty, so you're the white trash royalty.
Yeah.
So, what can you do?
My family's white trash royalty as well.
Oh, the Doyles. Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are Scranton. Like Scranton's up in the north. I mean, you guys are Northerners, and as
We sure are.
Well, do you have people that fucking talk like Hicks up there too?
There is an accent from there. It sounds kind of New York.
It'd be like that old school Maryland accent, you know what I'm talking about? That's kind of like a weird Scottish sounding fucking accent.
No, I don't know. Everybody there kind of is got a complainy Talkback 16. People just have to watch the news station and you will hear them. They all call in, they all complain.
Oh yeah.
They all talk. I can't understand what's going on. The children.
The children.
Yeah, that's how they.
I like that.
I mean, I kind of have that shitty sound to me.
Well, when you get, we've been drunk together before. You get a little.
Sure.
You get, yeah. You get a little nasally, not necessarily like in like a Franz Dresser way or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Not like the nanny, not anything like that. But like, it just whatever your native tongue is comes out a little bit more.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't control it.
And I go full fucking hillbilly when I get rid of. It's just like, y'all want another shot of whiskey? Maybe not that bad, obviously, but just it just comes out a little more. I kind of relax a little bit more, obviously, because you're drunk.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
Life is great. I'll be dead soon if I keep drinking.
You got that I don't give a fuck juice in you.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Totes. Yes.
Word. So I did the rooster run today, as it's been so lovingly coined.
Yes. How is that?
Which is people don't realize what that is here at the Fourth Wall. That's when you do a show from 1 p.m. until the last show that ends at 11.
And now you're podcasting.
Now I'm podcasting.
You won't even stop.
And it is midnight.
Yeah.
So I've officially, and I got here at noon. So I've been here 12 hours. Oh, hi, Alex Kane. Alex Kane hopped in. Alex Kane.
I don't like Alex Kane. Is this a bad time to say that?
I think it's because he's a Jew.
No, it's actually it's actually not why. I find him.
I just want him to comment.
He wanted me to talk shit about people because he is a gossiper.
Alex Kane just put no.
And he is
no to what?
He's a God, I honestly I have nothing fucking bad to say to him. Hold on, let me think about it.
I'm very unlikable. I don't think so, Alex. I think you're cuddly. I think you try so hard to make people not like you that they love you more.
I think your awkwardness is what makes it so fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that thing where you like, until you get to know you, everyone thinks you have a bit of Asperger's. You know what I'm talking about?
I never got that from him. He just seems like an awkward Jew.
Fair enough.
So is that a nice thing to say?
It's probably just an accurate thing to say. No one cares about your opinion, Travis.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I know. As you watch my podcast, 'cause lick my balls. No one cares what you have to say. But I'm also tuning into this podcast that you're doing.
He's waiting for us to just like go through Slotted and just be like, marry him, fuck him, or kill him. You know what I mean?
That's
where are we going with all these
tuning in and waiting
people?
for us to talk shit about the mics they have today. Okay, so
let's look at all the people that came through Fourth Wall this week.
Well, now that it's after midnight, you can't see the old Slotted.
You can't. No, I don't even remember.
Well, then let's pull up Monday's list and just see who we hate. Boop a doop boop boop boop. I don't like this, but this is what we're gonna do.
That's so petty.
No one can see this. So what we're gonna do?
What is this secret Slotted?
No. No one can see. We can just talk. Since no one can see the list, I can just point at someone, and you can tell me how much.
I don't know if I know who that person is.
I don't know who most of these people are. Also, I must say, and I don't want to be rude, but yet I want to be really rude. I don't like your stage names. I don't like any of them.
Be yourself.
Just be you, boo boo.
Just be you, boo boo. What are you doing?
You don't need some that, and it's. I realize it's because most people just started, and I'm glad Erickson goes by Erickson just now instead of just Erickson. But fuck your one name, okay? Just add the other one. Tag it on
for
there.
Share.
I had a guy tell me he just wanted to be called Kyle. I was like, you know how many fucking Kyles there are?
Yeah, even in elementary school, if there was more than one, you'd have a fucking last initial.
You can't just be called Kyle.
You white dude.
You can't just have one name.
Kyle G.
He said, that's all. That's what I want. That's all I ever want. You know what? We've forgotten what we were talking about, if I'm being perfectly honest. Do you mean
Alex,
love?
I can't read and talk to Travis at the same time. Can you?
Neither of us can read. We're comedians.
I can read. I'm not a good speller.
I'm not either. If it wasn't for autocorrect, I would sound as dumb as I talk. Not that I talk really all that dumb, but you know what I mean?
The accent.
Yeah, I know. I lose a lot of credibility with this fucking accent.
Oh, you totally do. Yeah, you totally do.
So much. Oh, that's all she ever wanted, reading through slotted. Okay, well, let's go back to it.
I love how petty you are,
Let's
Alex.
see here. I like that person. I like that person.
I like him.
I don't know who
yes,
this is.
I don't know who that is because you put a fucking dumb name on
You put a
slotted.
weird name. I don't know if that's your actual stage name. I like this person.
Not sure.
This person's nice.
Yes.
Yes, love. I like this guy a lot.
Yes.
Very funny. Don't remember
Not
who you
who.
are. Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know who that is.
Nobody would six up.
Yeah, not bad. Not a.
What, Biscuit? Well, Biscuit. Biscuit Corwin. I've called you Biscuit Corwin on stage.
Who the fuck are we talking to?
Oh, sorry, Chris Corwin, who also goes by Biscuit Corwin on stage. You were the fucking fine flying exception, my friend. You know what I feel like is okay? I feel like, and this is going to be, I guess, a compliment to Chris. I feel like black dudes fully get away with having stage names. I don't even question them most of the time. Because most of the times they're just their name, but different. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not something super fucking weird. As long as it's not like Dancing Jeff. I'm like, okay, that's stupid. But
He
like,
better have moves.
But you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like Biscuit, like, your name fit you so goddamn well that I never even blinked or flinched at it. He's a big boy. He's a big man.
I believe
and
you.
you've got. Why do you keep
send a dick
you
pic?
Just keep depositioning.
I like to.
I believe everything that you're saying.
It is. It's like a court hearing. I did not have sex with that woman.
Yes.
Impossible. I'm a woman. How could I possibly do that?
Scissoring, Your Honor.
God, I haven't done that.
Oh, by the way, when I was at DUI court, I didn't know. Like, I said Your Honor too much. Like, I could tell. I was like, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I was like, I was overcompensating.
Your Honor, objection, Your Honor.
I was overcompensating with Your Honors, like, to a really sad degree.
I'm a respectable man.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I love this man.
Yes.
Oh, no. Really? He's great.
I can like people and not be
This
entirely a
person's
fan
just
of
the worst.
comedy. No.
Oh, Fred's the best. I just called him.
You just called him
Fred
out.
Murphy, I love you. Oh shit! Now people know where we are. Let's mix it up.
Now you have to just get off of it.
Yeah, I know. Let's go on. I do like that Joe has started. Oh, by the way, we are started. Don't look at all my porn. What we don't judge me.
Don't judge me. I don't have a dog. I'm alone.
I'm alone.
I'm alone.
Nothing ever touches me. No, but Joe is, by the way, here at Fourth Wall, we've started all of our second stage shows. So the tent, the Cabana of Justice, are going to be 10-minute mics, you guys.
God,
So
what a plug.
yeah, I have to plug what we do. I mean, we are behind the fourth wall. And by the way, guys, we did change the name to Behind the Fourth Wall if you're just tuning in, mainly because here we are.
Sure.
The stage is right fucking there, but it's separated by a wall, arguably the fourth wall, right?
Oh my God, I just got it.
Get the fuck out of here. You can stack it. Fine. You know what? Why
like this now?
You like every woman in LA over 40 who's gotten
Botox. Nasty. I'm gonna have to do that. It's right around the corner for me.
You know what? Actually, I pled the other day. There's a comic comes here named Katya. I don't. I think she's great and weird and all that stuff, but she kept talking about how she's getting Botox and doing this and that, and like I went on stage and just begged for her to please not become one of those women who you like. There are women out here that like just be old. It'll be fine. It'll be okay because they have not figured out how to inject Botox properly. My old shitty terrible boss at Artisan Wine and Cheese. Yeah. Do I look pretty now, mommy?
Can I still fuck an 18-year-old?
They don't. Yes, and you don't need to look like. Her point was like, well, once you get older, you'll understand. And I'm like, I'd rather look like an old, wrinkly piece of shit than a fucking 40-year-old fucking statue of a cat.
Oh, you should see my grandmother. She's terrifying.
Your grandmother's 99.
She's 99 years old. She's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like a goblin.
Yeah. Every time I see her, she gets shorter.
Yeah, that's gravity. You can't be around. Gravity will
She's just melting into the ground.
That's impressive.
And her hair's
my grandfather has a big problem with. He's 80. Fuck, I forgot. 87, I think.
What a spring chicken.
Yeah, I know. Compared to your grandma. Or 99?
Yeah, she's almost been alive for a fucking century.
Jesus Christ. Or maybe is my grandma 90 yet? I have no fucking idea what's going on anymore. I haven't been home in a while. But like the skin gets so thin that like any bump into a wall and it looks like somebody fucking beat his ass. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. My grandmother a couple of years ago fell and had this amazing shiner, and I told everybody that she got in a bar fight. Yeah.
Yeah, he fell apparently in like, or he does it a lot, but dude, I mean, it looks like he's got more tattoos than I do. Like his fucking arms are just covered in like a purple black, like all the time, like a full forearm covered.
Right.
Because it's just like you can't touch anything with your skin that thin. Why the fuck does anyone want to live that long?
I don't think she's choosing to.
Oh, Jesus, the Lord hasn't
I think
her yet.
Jesus told her not to kill herself, and she's just waiting to be turned off.
That's just fucking sad.
He's coming, right?
I would be doing, like, I'd fucking be like shooting fentanyl into my eyeballs if I was that fucking old. Why the fuck would you ever? Why would you? Why?
I would just take 99? A ton of hallucinogenics.
Oh, just trip your dick hole off, right? Just go to town.
I would trip my dick hole off.
Sure
yes. Thank you.
There's nothing down.
There's nothing there. It's just an open wound.
That's so gross.
It is gross. Available. Available for love. or just sad sex. I don't cry during. I just cry after you leave. You know, like, it won't be weird for you. I'll be upset once you're gone. It's because I feel disgusting.
I didn't want to do that.
Oh my god!
I didn't want to have sex with that.
With that, I like that you call them that. I don't even want to know the dude you're bringing over to bang. Actually, I do. Do you even want to discuss what's happening to you?
No.
Are you sure? Oh my god, it's so good. I just want to. I want to talk about. Okay, man. Now we've left.
Say that this will be on my wall and people are my friends.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. There's too many correlations and connections that can be made.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're just gonna skip past that. If anyone wants to know what I'm talking about, direct message me now. And we'll send you a private video. How about that?
I'll let you know the stats when I get there. Yeah. When I have myself a merry little Christmas. Yeah. I'm going to have to do it to Christmas music. Oh, my God.
Christmas.
That's going to be very tearful. Or it's going to be incredible.
There's no way it's going to be fucking okay. It's going to be, it's going to be so weird. All right, we got to stop talking about it because I want to just say it into this microphone desperately. Okay. So Christmas. Are you, I mean, when you travel over when are you leaving me again, by the way? When is that happening?
I don't know.
So you just here for a while?
I have some work in town. I have some comedy shows here, and then
Oh, what shows are you doing here? If you want to plug them real quick, we're reaching some pseudo the end.
Oh, I'll be at Bar Lubbock on the 30th, and I will be in Riverside, Orange County on Wednesday at Getaway Cafe.
Getaway Cafe. That sounds
like a retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my friend is having a baby on the 5th, so I kind of want to be in town for that.
That's dope.
So that I can.
What kind of baby?
A human one. The worst kind, the ones that turn into.
You mean the kind that's destroying the planet?
Yeah. But I might. I possibly have a couple shows in St. Louis around Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, so I probably leave, but I need to map. Being homeless is hard, as you know.
It's true.
And since my homeless is a mobile homeless, mobile home. Kia
well, you
Sorento.
do have the fortune because you've got a camera operator friend, right? Who is letting you kind of crash at their place for a while.
No, I mean I know people all across the country because of production.
Your connection are pretty outstanding.
I'm utilizing my network to the best of my ability. Yeah.
And you can network like a motherfucker. Like the fact that you can go other places and have people come out because they live in these places because of, your connections with production and whatnot is really cool.
I'm likable, Travis.
That's what they keep telling me. And yet,
these are my friends.
I know. You are.
Let me sleep on your couch. These are my friends.
I have nowhere.
I have nothing. I have so much. I just have a whole SUV full of my father's disappointment. He's just constantly being like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm like, we're figuring it out.
The physical embodiment of your father's disappointment.
I totally am. I used to be his favorite and least of his worries, and now he is
the most of them.
Pretty fucking disappointed.
That's a shame. Well, you were the best, and then you just said, I
know. Isn't it hard to drop from 1 to 4?
Yeah. I mean, what are the rest of your siblings doing that's so great?
Living in a house and paying rent.
Overrated.
Yeah, I'm a gypsy and I live a gypsy lifestyle, and it's
you're
working.
You're a road dog comic. I think you're gonna do a lot of fun road stuff until you fucking inevitably find some sort of show or some sort of consistent gig where you can stay in one place.
I feel like I always want to be on the road though. Like I've always been on.
If you always want a road dog, the fucking David Tell's done it his entire fucking career.
I remember when I started working in production. My father had a conversation with me right before I started working in production that I was like, I just want a job where I have the freedom to like work and not work. And, I'm not always going to have to be there, and I can take time off whenever I want for as long as I want. And he was like, that doesn't sound like freedom. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, freedom is like, health insurance and vacation days. I was like, that sounds like I've already put like 4 bullets in my fucking face. Like, that sounds terrible.
That's an interesting thing, because like what you are describing to me sounds far more free.
I think freelancing is very freeing.
It's literally
I encourage everybody to try to figure out how to do it, because, we all have talents that we can.
Yeah, if you can do it, I'm like... I kind of, because I've traveled so much in my life and I've moved so many different places, like I think I'm over it. Like I really want to find like just a consistent gig in one place and just keep doing that. Like I would, and I have. I work here. This is fun.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That's why I like that. Like I would definitely hit the fucking road and just go for a while, but I don't think I could do what you do, which is always be on the road.
I love traveling. I've been like this since I was a kid. Like it's like, I would bike ride like to super far away places. Once I got my driver's license, I would drive around. I like seeing new things. I like experiencing something different all the time, which is, a little nuts, I think.
I think it is. I mean, I totally get that Roman.
It's like I like the consistency of inconsistency.
No, I totally get it.
And I mean, I'd love to keep doing road comedy. It's the crowds are amazing. Like I mean, the people that you meet.
Dude, I love the road. Yeah.
And every city has like its own style. Like their comics all sound one way or another. Or like the topics.
Yes,
they
do
about.
have. All cities do have that weird like inspired subculture of comedy where they all kind of mimic and parrot one another in a way.
Plus, it's like it keeps you sharp. It keeps you sharp as a comic. Like, and I know a lot of things like. When I talk to comedian friends out here in LA, that like when they get like, oh, I hate my material, and it's like, and we all get to the point where we're like, I hate my jokes, and it's not funny anymore. But just go somewhere else with them. You know what I mean? It's like you're just sick of doing it to the same thing. It's like it doesn't make it a bad joke. Not everybody has seen you, and there's something neat. I feel like I come up with a bit every time that I'm on the road, you know, and I'm having this experience that there's always something to talk about. There's always something to pull from because something's happening.
Right.
I don't like being stationary.
No, I totally get it. And it does. It helps to fuck it because we do so many open mics in front of Just Comics. And like sometimes you forget what real people feel like. And especially out here, sometimes we barely even get real people because we're in LA.
No, exactly. Well, and I think that's...
And most people don't know how middle American people feel about fucking anything.
Anything, yeah.
And that's how we get a lot of fucking LA-esque comics who are like, can you even... I believe that people support Trump. I'm like, well, I've been everywhere else.
One thing one thing you rarely see on the road is a comic on a soapbox. And I feel like in Los Angeles and the times I've been in New York City, that exists because they're major cities and they're extremely liberal and people are like, I need to make sure that everyone knows this. And it's like, we all fucking know, you know what I mean? Shut up. That's not what this is. But they, you meet, like if you're liberal and you can go entertain conservatives, it's like funny is funny. Like find the common ground that we're all talking to each other. Yeah,
that's another thing. And a lot of comics start out here, they start on a fucking soapbox and never get off. So it's like I can't believe all these comics who I don't even think they even think about how funny they are. They just think about, I just make a lot of really good points and I've got a voice that needs to be heard.
Yeah, I mean
it's so rampant out
don't there. Feel like I don't do political humor, one, because I don't read the news. But I don't care. Like, I mean, that's not... And I don't care to have like an opinion. Like I'd rather just tell you my perspective on why my dad hates me. We're back at that again. Dad, I tried calling you today and you get bad cell service and you blame that. Just go sit in your car. Why can't you sit in the car and just tell me you're not proud of me? Why do I have to listen through it in a choppy, you live in a fucking mountain lake? You say it, text me. He'll never hear this. My mother will watch this tomorrow. I'm surprised that she isn't like up.
Shout out to Karen Doyle.
God, she lurks. She lurks on Facebook.
I like Karen Doyle. I've never met the woman, but I like her spunk. I feel like she is
a lovely lady, but she Mom, when you watch this, tell Dad to call me. Okay, I love you too.
I'm my little brother. Ryan,
everyone's gonna.
Ryan Clyburn says hi, Karen.
I like
you've got fans out there.
She does say that everybody wants to touch
everybody.
Her garment.
Everybody say hi to Karen.
Hi, Karen Doyle.
Oh my God, Ellen! Everyone wants to touch my garment. What the fuck does?
I know you've told me that once.
Well, because I did it on my Instagram story.
My garment.
Garment.
What the fuck is that?
It's like you touch the Pope's garment. Like you want
garment, not garment. Like as in garment. An article of clothing.
Yes, everybody wants. Yes.
As
yes, my mother is a medieval witch. Garment. I don't know why she fucking talks like that. Her vocabulary is
everyone
like,
touch my garment.
Yeah, my mother's vocabulary
demand it.
Is like a Dickens novel. Like it's just
Does she
a
freely
debtor's
drop
prison.
the N-word? And
she does know. She does not do that.
She does. I love that you almost she does. She does.
No, my family's not racist. They're not.
No, I believe you. I don't know why I for a moment just.
I don't know why. I don't know why you stopped either. They're not.
I just felt like, I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah, no, my
a tiny Doyle clan, not a single racist on the bunch.
We're not racist. We hate everyone.
Well, I mean, you're
starting with ourselves.
You're such a tiny clan of Doyle people.
Our dysfunction.
Is your mom a tiny lady too? I imagine she is.
She's like an inch or two taller than me.
Oh, okay.
She's like 5'4".
That's still pretty tiny.
Yeah, no, I mean, not like my father is not even 5'8". Like that's as high as we go. My brothers are like 5'6".
Tiny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then again, it's like 'cause my mom's 5. Your height, for sure, your height.
Yeah.
And then my dad, it can't be taller than 5'8" or 5'9". And me and my little brother are both pretty much 6 feet tall. And then my older brother, who's my half brother, is 6'1". I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Because none of your brothers are taller than your dad, right?
No. My dad put his dick in my mom's short body.
My dad did the same thing, but to my mom. and then nothing happened. I mean, well, actually, we got big. Oh no, something happened. We exist. Did I ever tell you the story? I don't even know if Ryan knows this story of how my parents got together, or why they got married because I came into existence. That is abundantly clear. I mean, obviously, but like my mom tried to sell it to me like it was a really romantic story, and she was just like, he had just gotten back from the military, and we dated in high school, and I just went through a divorce, and he put his phone number on my windshield because she worked at a mall. And I was like, he was trying to fuck. I was like,
trying to fuck.
He just got back from the military. That's a total booty call. And then now I exist, and they got married. Now they're not. So.
Oh, my father told me a terrible story about my mom.
Oh, tell it.
Well, they worked together at MetLife Insurance.
Ooh.
My father's
IT. White collar.
Yes. They worked together, and my dad was one of their mutual friends. Was supposed to meet my dad at a bar so that the friend could go on a date with my mom.
Oh yeah.
And the friend bailed, and my mother, I guess, was a little drunk there, and my dad said that she pushed him up against the wall and said, "You like me, right?" And he was like, and her tits are just like so big.
Your dad told you this?
My family says terrible things. Like, I mean, if anybody's like, oh, what's Ellen like? We all talk like this. All 6 of us.
So he's like, just, and her titties were so big and pressed up against me.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't talk like fucking Bush, but yeah, he was just like, yeah.
Like Bush.
He was like, I remember just being like, yeah. He was like, I thought of my friend, like, you know, that he's late, and I was just like, fuck him, you know.
And he just took your mom?
Yeah, I don't think they banged. I believe they waited like good Catholics. When my father's Catholic, my mother converted later.
What did your mom? Was she just normal Protestant?
Methodist.
Ah, Methodist. Interesting. There's a lot of those up in the Pennsylvania.
Yes, there are. Yeah, and then they probably started fucking at some point.
You know what?
They started
it's
fucking.
about that time anyway, but I have to end any podcast on. And then they started fucking.
And then they started fucking.
And then they started fucking.
Yeah, they fucked 4 times.
Confirmed.
They fucked 4 times. My mom got pregnant every time.
Confirmed. Fucked 4 times.
They did. No, they fucked 4 times. My mother was fucking popping a baby out every year, and then waited.
Are you guys exactly a year apart?
Well, my brother and sister.
Ryan just dropped. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. My older brother and sister are 13 months apart from each other, and then my sister and I are 5 years apart from each other because
5 years.
Yeah, because my mom's sister was trying to get pregnant and couldn't, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for Diane," and I'm like 2 months younger than my cousin. Yeah, my mom just like as soon as everyone else started having babies, she's like, "Fuck my hole, Dad, Joe, whatever."
Karen, I hope you appreciate all these stories.
She'll be mortified.
And also, congratulations, Karen Doyle, on having really big titties.
My mother has an excellent rack, and she's also had 4 cesareans, so that is a no-exit vagina. It is 63 years old, but has only been used the right way. So, and my parents are divorced, and she's available, and I can give you her phone number or just tell you where she lives. Be my dad, be my mom, you know.
Or just be with Ellen, because she's just
not if you're gonna. I mean, I also have a no exit vagina, except for the miscarriage, but it wasn't that wasn't that big. That was more blood clots.
Oh my God,
babies are fun, right?
We're gonna go.
It's gotten bad. It's gotten bad. I feel like it's just starting to get good.
Arguably, that's why
we're starting to talk about a bloody mess of a baby that stained my mother's chair. And I said, I told you I'd give you grandchildren. Please name it Ottoman after the thing it was birthed on.
Everybody, we're going to go.
I love you, Travis.
This has been Behind the Fourth Wall. The newly named Behind the Fourth Wall. I'm always Travis Clyburn. This has been Ellen Doyle. Ellen Doyle, what's your Twitter handle or your Instagram?
Instagram, This Broken Adult.
Fucking really surprised that that's at This Broken Adult. Surprise, surprise.
I know my brand. I know my brand. I am ruined. I'm single. Who wants to fuck me? I'll live in your home. The dog comes with me.
This is my favorite person. All right. This has been Behind the Fourth Wall. Get the fuck out of here. It's not stopping.
That's all right. Miscarriage.